It's a feeling, an emotion, if you will. One of the best ones out there. You know, you get the butterflies in the stomach and the bees in the brain. You can love a person. You can love a place. You can love a thing. You really don't get bee brain. Oh?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't speak into the mic. Well, if you told me that in the first place, then I wouldn't look like an idiot. So can we move this along, please? Chop, chop. Go. What is love? That's your first question. Okay. I thought I was working with professionals. Love for me is always putting yourself first. You are the priority. And if that means that you have to be selfish, controlling, bossy, and considerate, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I've always done. I mean, people think that I'm inconsiderate on a daily basis. I don't really need anyone, to be quite honest. It'd be nice to have someone to go to dinner with, but I'd probably have to pay. So even at that, it's an expense. Yeah, that's what love is for me. Basically an inconvenience.
What is love? Well, for me, love is something I can only really hope for at this point. A very difficult thing to define, having never actually been in love, you know. I suppose it's a bond, really, isn't it? A special kind of bond between one person and another, where each accept the other one completely and totally, warts and all. Not that I've got warts, no. I did have one once on my thumb, but Mother doused it in vinegar and cut it off with a bread knife. She called that tough love. No, but for me, love is something that other people experience, really. Hoping that'll change, though. Hoping.
I think love is affection, loyalty, giving your time to that person, listening to that person, having fun with that person. Definitely got to be able to have banter with the person that you love. Love is sacrifice as well, and devotion more than anything. I think loyalty is the number one thing. It's somebody that's always there.
What's love? Well, I've heard a lot of different versions of what love is. I've heard one person say that it's when two people love each other very, very much, and they, because of that, they end up spending all their time together and they don't look at anybody else. And I've also heard it, you know, when you like the same foods and you like the same things in life. For me, I think love is what they do on the Discovery Channel.
What is love? According to our scientific researchers here at our headquarters, love is a chemical reaction in the brain that occurs when there is a strong feeling of contentment towards someone or something. Some examples of love are the feeling felt when one gains a like on Instagram, or perhaps when one is in the presence of a puppy, or perhaps a way one feels about their grandmother, or the way one's grandmother feels about Cliff Richard.
I'm Emily Smith. I'm 29 years of age. I live just outside of Glasgow, although I'm not prepared to reveal exactly where, because I've been having some issues with a stalker over the past year. So my security have suggested that I don't reveal too much about where I live. I am a successful business owner. Yeah. I am the female boss. Not that that should really matter. I mean, I really hate that tagline, the female boss. Why should it be female boss? I'm just as good as everyone else out there. And this is actually top secret, but I have been submitted to the top 10 bosses of the UK. And I've heard through the grapevine that I am going to be in the final 5. It's really exciting. It really is. And, you know, it's great to see that your hard work is paying off. Star sign. I'm a Leo, which really makes sense. I am courageous, driven, and yeah, you could call me a hunter. I know exactly what I want, and I will go out there and get it. Like, failure is not an option for me. And hard work is really what I'm all about, and making money. Yeah, making money is important to me. I would have to say that that's one of my interests and really my hobby. My work is my hobby, my work is my interests. I mean, you don't work 18-hour days and get to where I am today, you know. My work is my life, and I'm not ashamed to say that. If I were to say an interest or a hobby, it would be shopping. It would be spending that money, you know, getting the brand new handbags, getting the brand new shoes. I mean, the fun of that has kind of dwindled over the past couple of years because there's nothing really that I can't afford. And yeah, that's become a real joy killer because there's no excitement when you go out to buy something. I know I can get it. And yeah, it's just really important for me that I always look good. You'll never see me without a gorgeous handbag, top of the line watch, and without my makeup on, really. You'll never see me without my red lipstick. Actually, it's been said to me a couple of times before that if your boyfriend or your husband comes home with some red lipstick on some clothing or some parts of their body, that I may have been within that vicinity. And that's no joke. I'm known for it, my red lipstick. It's signature, Emily Smith, red lipstick. And yeah, so I like to keep attractive. I think that's important. I think what you look like on the outside is very important, especially within the business world. You know those people that say, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, it's the inside that counts. I can promise you that those people are fuck ugly. I can promise you that. I mean, I didn't get to where I am today by looking like wee Vicky down the street. You know what I mean though, don't you? I mean, if people want to aspire to be like me and look like me, then that's amazing. Because there will be more successful people in this world. It does matter what you look like on the outside. I can promise you that. Describe myself in 3 words. Driven, independent, and committed. Yeah, it would have to be those 3.
Hello there. My name is Malcolm McInnes, and I am almost 40 years old. I live here in the village of Grimsay on the Isle of North Uist. And at the moment I work as a part-time seafood sorter in a local shellfish factory. It's not the best job in the world, but, well, as Mother always says, it's a job. There's not very many opportunities of employment round about these parts. Not on an island, you know. Got to take what you can get, really. I did have the opportunity to go to university after school, but, well, Mother wasn't keen, really, you know. She said I couldn't handle all the hustle and bustle of a big city. I probably agree. Quite like to have tried it for myself, though, you know. My star sign is Virgo. Now, what that means is, apparently, I'm very caring and I am very responsible, which is just me, all right, really. And it means, apparently, that I'm most compatible with a Taurus or a Cancer, which actually I was very surprised about because I've never been fond of crabs. So in my spare time, well, I've got a very keen interest actually in dinosaurs. That's probably my main interest. And it has been ever since I watched Jurassic Park. Yeah. I would love to have been a paleontologist, you know, travelling all around the world and looking up fossils and old bones. That would be magic. I can't tell you the amount of hours I've spent wandering around this island looking for a good bone. Nothing's popped up yet, though, no. I did find a dinosaur footprint one time, or what I thought was a dinosaur footprint. Actually, it just turned out to be when my Uncle Ian had stepped in a bit of wet cement, which was a bit of a disappointment, really, but... Well, Uncle Ian's a bit of an old dinosaur, so it's the same thing, really, isn't it? Now, but apart from that, I just like to watch the television, really. Anything with David Attenborough, I'm there, watching it, you know. Or Jane McDonald. I do like Jane McDonald, I do, with all our singing and our cruising. I would love to go cruising one day. Actually, I kind of fancy myself as a bit of a Robinson Crusoe. That was my absolutely favourite book when I was growing up. Oh, that adventure, you know. You see, I've always had big dreams of high adventures on the ocean waves. Yet, here I am, surrounded by sea, and the furthest I've been's on the ferry from Lochmaddy to Skye. I suppose I'm kind of like Robinson Crusoe in a lot of ways, really, you know. Marooned on an island, counting down the days. Only he had an adventure first, though, didn't he? If I was to describe myself in 3 words, they would be responsible, too responsible sometimes, pedantic. Mother says I'm very pedantic, which I have to agree with. I mean, I can be very anal. And also, the 3rd word I would describe myself as hopeful. You've got to be, haven't you? Yeah, yeah. Hopeful.
So a wee bit about me. My name is Rowena with an R, and well, I grew up with my parents. I'm an only child. My parents, they live in the south of France now. They're quite exotic. I've actually not seen them for 4 years now, because well, I was supposed to go and visit them not so long ago, but they I've been planning it for a really long time, but they forgot that I was coming, so they weren't there. But that's okay, because actually I really enjoy my own company anyway. So yeah, I just took the time to be by myself. So that was nice. But all in all, I have some hobbies. So I'm really into plants. Sorry, and my favourite plant probably is basil, because I feel like it's a very versatile plant and smells really nice, and you can eat it, and you can make sauces with it, you can make salad with it, and yeah, I really like how it looks as well. I think it looks really, really nice. And what I also like to do is, not in public obviously, but when I'm at home, I like to be really, really free. You know, I don't like any restrictive, you know, clothing or anything. And I also, I've started taking up jogging, but because I live in the city, it's quite difficult because you always have to wait for the green man. So I just do that in my flat. And then I also like to forage. I love foraging. I'm really into all that, you know, off the grid things. But again, living in the city, it can be quite difficult to forage. You can't really find too much. So what I like to do is I like to buy things from the supermarkets, and then I like to do like almost like an Easter egg hunt with myself, except a seasonal veg hunt. And I like to plant them around my house, and then when I get hungry, I can go and find them.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm 23 years old and I am from Lanarkshire in Glasgow, East End, Scotland. I've lived there all my life. I grew up there. My mum lived there, my gran lived there, and my great granny actually lived there as well. And it's just really nice. Everybody knows everybody there. It's a really tight-knit community. Hi, John Paul.
Who the fuck are you?
Love it all. It's like my wee next door neighbour, she is like family, and then the other next door neighbour actually is family. It's just really, it's lovely. It's like a really tight knit community. Everybody knows everybody, and I think that is where I'll be having my children, because I've just had the best life growing up there. Really luxurious, really nice, and just classy, really classy. Everybody like great down to earth people. So a little bit about me. I am a businesswoman. I own my own business. It is called Caitlin's Crafts, and we are on Instagram if you want to check us out. We do wax melts, diffusers, and we also do the wee faux flower teddy bears. For any occasion, and we wrap them in cling film because we've not got any cellophane. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a businesswoman. I would say I'm very business orientated. Yeah, I'm like my own CEO. I do everything. I'm my own driver, my delivery driver. I'm my own packager. I'm my own advertising, and I'm my own CEO. And I really take that into my life. I also work in a really part-time. I am a manager in a very high-end bougie kind of restaurant in Easterhouse. It's, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called McDonald's. But it's really nice. I love it there as well. My star sign, is that like Orion's belt? No. Alright, sorry, no. I am a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. And my hobbies and interests just include, I'm a real girl's girl. So I like getting my nails done. I like getting my eyebrows done. All of that fun stuff, like going for sunbeds. I like going to the Forge Market, shopping. I love it all. Describe myself in 3 words would be independent, classy, and good fun. Oh, that's 4. Anyway, yeah, that good, that fine.
Hello, I am Beryl Kenzie. I am 23 years of age. I live in Glasgow, West End. I moved here for uni. I study culinary science, which I love. It's just, oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm actually a really keen baker, and it's my dream to go on Bake Off, which is not that far away. I mean, I'm going to be handing in my application quite soon, which is very exciting. So keep your eyes peeled. on the screens for me. I'm also a YouTuber, so I do my baking on there as well. They're quite popular. I mean, I've got about 2,000 views on my last video, so quite a popular gal. I'm also a Gemini, so I am a woman of two faces, which I don't really understand because I mean I've only got like one face and it's pretty pleasant, so it's quite funny. I mean sometimes when I bake I'm a bit intense, but you know, so is everybody, you know. But I do genuinely believe that baking is the only source of magic in the world. You combine a whole bunch of wonderful ingredients together, bung it in the oven, and create something even more magical. I think it's just amazing. I mean, I'm basically a magician. I quite like board games. My favourite is Escape from Colditz. And if I were to sum myself up in 3 words, it would be colourful, fun, baker.
God, that's a good question. Oh God, digging deep with that one. Do you know something? I'm not fussy, but do have to have a nice body. They have to at least have a 4-pack, blue eyes, tall, dark hair, big muscles, cuts their toenails often, shaves their bum hole, because I can't deal with that whole black abyss thing. I just can't deal with it. What else? Drives a nice car, can afford to fill my petrol up, makes a good cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not fussy, but I also would like somebody that could that can handle me. You know, I want somebody that can handle a strong businesswoman like myself. A lot of men can feel emasculated by that. Yeah, emasculated by things like that. Not knowing how to deal with a strong, independent female. I'd like somebody that's a bit athletic, maybe even a footballer. Definitely has to be fertile, and as we swimmers are working, because I want at least 7 kids. Alright, I want at least 7 kids. What else? Has to like to go out to eat. I like to go out to eat a lot, like really posh restaurants like Nando's and Black Rooster, China Buffet King, that one. What's that one in town? Yeah, real foodie, but skinny. And yeah, I guess I would like for him to be nice as well. That would be nice.
My ideal match? Tom Hiddleston. Lovely eyebrows. But generally, just someone who's nice, you know, and loving. Basically not a dick. And also he has to understand that I'm going to become quite a major public figure. You know, I can't feel emasculated by my future fame. I mean, it's something that people, men especially, you know, can't really handle. No, my last boyfriend couldn't handle the heat. No. But then again, he was a bit of he was quite an intense person, so quite difficult to understand why he was so intense. But yeah, my ideal match would be someone who understands me. You know, understands what I want. I mean, specifically, I don't know. What do I want?
I'm looking okay. Lipstick, all good. That. Yeah? Yeah, I'm ready. My ideal match. If there's one out there. I suppose some people could say that that's been difficult, that I'm difficult, but I really want someone who's the best. Why would I not strive for perfection? Someone a little bit more maturer, who knows what they want, who's in control, who can make decisions. Someone who is a CEO of a company or maybe owns their own business, someone successful, drives a nice car. Six-pack is a requirement. That is not optional. That's about it, really. I mean, if he does have boring chat, that's okay. I can just drink more wine. And when they are a little bit more maturer, I'm talking around the 50s mark, you find that their hearing is a little bit gone. So I can literally talk about anything and they just nod away. It's when the false teeth come out, when you order steak, that's the issue. Honestly, if he has a healthy, growing bank balance, that's it for me. Everything else can get pushed to the side.
My ideal match, well, somebody who is a little bit out there, not too out there, somebody who, doesn't, if feels comfortable with me, not having my clothes on, and maybe if they want to join me, then they can do that as well. It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. I put clothes on today because I understand that it's not for everyone, so that's okay. And I really like, this sort of long, straggly hair. I really like that. And the muscles. I really like that too. I like it when they have something a little bit interesting with their eyes, I don't know, I really like eyes. I think it's one of the most attractive features about a person. And maybe somebody who's into, the life off the grid like I am, that would be really great. Somebody who is kind and smart and loving and caring, but not clingy. Because like I said, I enjoy my own space. And the thing is, I'm quite an all or nothing kind of person. And I think, if I find somebody, I might get a little bit obsessive. But most importantly, I'd really like somebody who would give me a good seeing to. Consensually, obviously.
My ideal match would be a man. Any man, really. I'm not that fussy. Well, you can't be, can you? Not when you're nearly 40 and living on an island. It's not as if I've got a long line of men bashing down my back door looking for a date. And on seriousness though, looks are not important to me, no. It's what a person's like on the inside that counts. That's what Mother always says, and I agree. That's what I want. Someone to get to know the inside of me, I suppose if I had to choose my ideal man, well, it would be a cross between Bear Grylls and Sean Batty. That way you could go camping and would always know the weather. And Mother's very fond of Sean. Very fond of him myself, as it happens. I've had many a warm front watching his weather report of an evening. I blush, you see. I take an awful beamer. Surprised Mother's never noticed. She's always so busy though, shouting and pointing at the telly. He's a lovely boy, you should be more like him. I don't think she knows that he's a gay. I don't know myself, actually, if he's a gay. Is he? Is Sean Batty a gay? Do you know him? Oh, I thought you might know him from working on the television. No. Could I put in a good word for me? That would have been a right surprise for Mother, wouldn't it? Eh? Imagine that. Hello, Mother, I've got a surprise for you. Here's Sean Batty off the weather. My new boyfriend. Oh, no doubt that would have been met by a cold front. She already has a face like thunder. Don't tell her I said that though, will you? In fact, can we just take that last bit out? Is that all right? Can we take that? I didn't mean to say all that. Is that okay? That's smashing.
We asked our Unlovables to share their sad and miserable experiences of online dating.
Previous dating experience? Well, well, this may come as a bit of a shock to you and also to me, but I actually don't have too much experience with dating. I was seeing somebody for a couple of years, actually. We were kind of like childhood sweethearts, and then we grew apart, and then as adults we reconnected, which was lovely. So yeah, we got together. We were together for 2 years, and well, we actually only saw each other twice in that 2 years, and then he went to jail and I didn't see him again. It's okay though, because I'm gonna find love now.
Yeah, so I tried Berry Poppers, you know the app, and it looked good enough. You know, there were some people on there which looked respectable, but I had an experience where I matched with somebody, and they seemed all right, but I just couldn't get my head around their sense of humour. It's quite odd. You know, they'd say things like, baking is for bland basic bastards. I just didn't get it. But this time I was messaging them, so I thought maybe I would actually understand it a bit better if I met them real life. So I went on a date with him and went to the park. And it was lovely. It was a lovely day. The blossom was out, so it's quite nice. But he turned out to be a bit of a psycho. Yeah, he tried to drown a duck. But yeah, so hopefully this won't end up like that.
This was like 18 months ago. I decided that I would try online dating. At first, I looked at this guy. He looked great. He looked fit. He looked handsome. And yeah, we were chatting back and forth, and he had great banter. Seemed nice. And another thing, he didn't have a receding hairline. And I just thought, this guy is like a dream. He could be the perfect man, if there was such a thing as a perfect man. We met up and went out for a meal, and the chat was really good, and it was all going great. And then it was actually quite upsetting, actually. At the end of the night, we've left the restaurant, and I go to give him a kiss, good night. And then I look down, and he is wearing shiny, pointy, black shoes. And you can't come back from that, you know? Shiny, pointy, black shoes. I mean, we live in the fucking 21st century. He's a guy who's been stalking me for the past year. He just won't take the hint. he keeps saying I'm a nice guy, I've got a nice heart. He has good intentions, but wearing shoes like that on a date, there's no coming back from that. There's nothing that he could do to make me like him again. That was the end of it for us.
This is a bit of a tough one for me to talk about, purely because it's quite fresh. It's all a bit raw still. So about 7 months ago, my boyfriend of 4 years, we broke up because he cheated on me with my cousin Chanel. Typical. And I think it was such a tough pill for me to have to swallow, simply because it was kind of a wake-up call for me. I mean, look at me. You can tell I take care of myself. I put a lot of money into looking the way I look and trying to be as pretty as I can be. When he did that, it just kind of made me realise that there's always going to be somebody prettier than you, or funnier than you, or skinnier than you. It was so shite, because I actually put in so much effort. If I care about something, if I care about anything, I will put my all into it. Like, look at my business. I love what I do, and I put my all into it, and I put my all into Darn, and he just left me for the prettier, skinnier girl. No, I don't think I was too intense. When I say I put my all into it, I don't feel like I was too intense. I don't think it's a lot to ask for somebody to love you the way that you love them. And that was something that Darren couldn't do for me. But I am hoping that with this experience I can maybe get a fresher, more positive look on love and find somebody that's all about me. Yeah.
Well, I'm quite new to the dating game, so I don't have that much experience really. I did try internet dating, but not too successfully so far. I was talking to one chap for a while, Jason from Skye. He was a fisherman, which I thought was very ironic, seeing as how I work in a fish factory, and we met on Plenty of Fish. What do you make of that? Well, we had it off straight away really, you know, had plenty to talk about, fish-wise, so that was good. Even spoke on the phone a few times. Then one night he suggested that, well, we meet up. I couldn't believe it. I was over the moon, actually. Only trouble was, I had to go to Skye. Well, you see, he would have had to get a bus as part of his journey, and, well, he can't travel by road, you see, what with him being a fisherman. He said that road travel makes him seasick. It was quite funny like that. I suppose it's not too much trouble, you know, getting to Skye from here. A bus from here over to Lochmaddy, and then a ferry from Lochmaddy up to Uig, and then another bus from Uig down to Portree, and that's where Jason said he would meet me at the bus stop at 12 o'clock. Well, luckily I got there at 10 to 12. We bit of time to spare, which was good. Didn't help the nerves much though. Every time somebody walked round the corner, my heart sank like an anchor. Well, 12 o'clock came and 12 o'clock went, and no sign, so I sent him a text message, but well, he didn't reply to that. So I hung around for a while, you know, I didn't want to miss him after coming all that way, so tried calling a few times as well, but, well, I got no answer. Eventually, at about 4 o'clock, I had to get back for the ferry, so that was that really, you know. Maybe he turned up later. Maybe he'd lost his phone, I don't know. Possibly he just didn't want to see me. Just wish she'd told me that before I left. You know, travelled all the way there. You know, sometimes I think with online dating that people forget that they're dealing with a person and it's not just a profile, you know? It can be very hurtful, actually. So that's my experience of online dating so far. Not too good, I'm afraid. But I remain optimistic. And I know that being on this show, well, that's all going to change now. You know? I know that you'll match me up with the right person and, well, who knows what might happen. At the very least, I know I'll finally get to go on a first date. That'll be grand. I'll be happy with that.
Ideal first date would be going to a club, going to a nightclub, because, right, hear me out, I think that you really can tell a person, everything about a person after they've had a drink. All the nitty gritty comes out, all the dirty wee secrets, and you get to see if they're a good dancer or not, which is really important. Either that or like maybe just go a drive somewhere, maybe go up to car park in the sky and go dogging. Kidding on. I'm not, but I'm kidding. Can I say that on television?
Oh, my ideal first date. Right. We'd go for a morning walk to watch the sunrise, okay? And coincidentally, we go past a lovely patisserie, right? We have a really long breakfast and we talk about life and yoga, and then we walk a little bit further and get to a lovely bistro and have lunch. And then back to mine for dinner.
People say that I expect far too much from a first date, and I just have to disagree. When you date someone like me, then I expect the best. Anything less is just not enough. So an ideal date for me would be a helicopter ride to the private beach, a lovely meal, some glorious champagne, and then he would place a little gift on my table, and it would be a Cartier bracelet. Now, that would be an amazing first date. I live by this saying: if you have low standards, expect very little effort. If you have high standards, expect the best.
My ideal first date? Well, someone turning up would be a good start, wouldn't it? Hey? No, but seriously though, I really wouldn't mind what we did. I've got nothing to compare it to, so anything would be nice. If I was to describe my fantasy first date, well now that would involve someone whisking me away from here for the night. Maybe to like Inverness or even Glasgow. Yes, Glasgow. Could go to a bar, a gay bar. Here there's lots in Glasgow. Then we could maybe go for dinner or go to a show or any of these things I've never done before. But then we would top it all off by spending overnight in a lovely luxury hotel. Not for anything like that, but just so that I didn't have to come back here, really. That would be lovely. I've never been away overnight on my own before. I'm not really sure how Mother would take that. Well, I suppose it's all pie in the sky, so there's no point in worrying about it, is there? No. For my first date, I would be glad of anything. A walk on the beach with a poke of chips would make me as happy as Larry. We can dream though, can't we?
Ideal first date, well, maybe we could, I could maybe set up a seasonal vegetable hunt round my house. Although maybe it would be a bit forward to have a first date at my house. So maybe we could go foraging in the woods. We wouldn't find much, but not here in the city. But we could certainly give it a good blast. And you know, if not, failing that, I think maybe on a desert island, stranded, marooned. Because you know what they say that if you can't handle them at their best, then you don't deserve them at the worst. No, it's the other way around. You know what I mean? So if he could handle me there, then I would know that it would be a match made in heaven. And if it didn't, well then, I guess I'd just leave him there, and then come back and start afresh with somebody new.
Matchmaking is a tricky business. Most matchmaking systems on the market are completely ineffective in recognising matching potential. We created a dating profile for each of our Unlovables, highlighting their interesting characteristics and attractive qualities. It didn't take long. Our alleged experts converted these qualities into data by processing the profiles via high-definition, algorithm-based data scanning software, and then uploading said data to a database of profiles to run a controlled comparison against each, until a match, with a guaranteed 103% compatibility, is met. Miraculously, each of our hapless hopefuls managed to find a match.
Yeah, ready to go. When we did them at home, I think the lighting was kind of wrong, so you can make sure that this one's kind of warm on this side. Didn't you check the microphone this time? No. You left that one out this time. Thanks very much. Okay, initial matching. Now, I've told you before I haven't exactly had the best luck with online dating, but put those troubles aside, I thought I would move on from that and really just go for it. And yeah, I have linked with this guy. His name's John and his second name is also Smith, but we're not related. I mean, I'm not getting too excited. He seems like a nice guy, you know. He's also a very successful business owner. He is a farmer, which at first when I heard, I thought, oh no, you know what I mean, muck, fields and that kind of stuff. That's just not for me. I'm more of a city girl, you know. I like my cocktails, I like my Manhattans, I like my nice high heels. They wouldn't work in the countryside. Apparently there's quite a lot of money in dairy farming. You know, milk for your cereal every day, cheese, butter. Lots of things contain milk. I underestimated the farmers. His body is fine. Yeah, 6-pack requirement, try 8-pack. I actually looked at his picture the other day. He has got white hair, so that meets the requirement of more a mature man, but he reminded me of someone, and then it just clicked. Richard Gere. You know Pretty Woman, the film Pretty Woman? He turns up in the limousine with the flowers and the operatic music playing, and she's up the top of the stairs waiting for him to climb up. Some sort of Prince Charming. That's something I've always wanted. That's something that you can't buy, isn't it? Maybe he could be the perfect man. You know, John. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not getting my hopes up. He doesn't even want to meet me yet. I put a gorgeous photo up, you know, showing a little bit of cleavage, and hasn't even asked me out on a date yet. We'll wait and see. We would make a nice couple though. I would move to the countryside. I wouldn't give up my high heels though.
So, I've got a match. He is gorgeous. Oh my God, I can't even tell you. I will show you a photo because he's too bloody gorgeous. But look at that. Look at that man. Isn't he a stunner? It's called Jimmy. And I think it's going really well. I mean, it's not been long. We've only been talking for about 3-4 days. I don't know. But it feels like a lifetime. In a good way. You know, it's not like we've been talking for too long. He's 24. He's a recent graduate from Glasgow Uni. And he studied film. Yeah, he's doing work on a project just now, but he can't tell me because it's quite high profile. It's a really weird thing because I feel like I don't have to try with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to pretend to be somebody else. I can just be whatever I want. How great is that? I mean, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. That's the saying, yeah. I'm not going to do that, especially not for a baker. Yep.
I'll be bothered with this today. I went out a jog, I don't know if you can tell. I'm looking really good. I'm wanting to get my physique back because, you know, it's been a while since, anyway, but it's just, I'm wanting to look nice if the occasion comes that I'm, you know, not going to have clothes on for any sort of strenuous activity really. I'm not a nudist, it's fine. Ready? Right, okay. Yeah, it's going really well. I have met a match. You know, he's lovely. His name's Fraz. He likes to get called Fraz. I think that's adorable, calling himself Fraz. It's like my wee frazzle dazzle. They're my favourite crisps. Do you know that? He is a footballer. I know. He is an East End Thistle, no less. But you know, I can definitely see myself being the Victoria Beckham of Lanarkshire. Any day now, any day. He's really sweet, you know. He's told me that I just would look so much nicer, like a bit more natural, and he thinks that I'm really naturally beautiful. Of course, I think he's talking pish. Equally, it makes me feel really nice. Somebody's actually seeing beneath the makeup, beneath the exterior. He likes me for me, and that's really nice, actually. Yeah, it's going really well. I'm a bit apprehensive to meet him if we get that far, I don't know, but I'm hoping for the best. A footballer, amazing body, by the way. It's almost too good to be true. The David Beckham to my Victoria Beckham. I'm so excited.
That was ready, Abby. Okay. Well, hello again. I just thought I would come and update you. I've been matched with a potential match. His name's Andrew, like the saint. 37 years old, so a bit of a toy boy for me. He has a great job. He works as a chief purser for Caledonian McBrain on the Ardrossan to Brodick service. Well, you see, he's from the Isle of Arran originally, so you know, he's an island boy like myself. You know, only he escaped young. I get the distinct impression that his mother was a wee bit like mine, you know. Maybe it's an island thing, I don't know. Only he was brave enough to leave, wasn't he? Lives in Glasgow now. Has his own flat in the West End. Says it's great living there. So much to do and all these shops to go to. Goes to all the bars with all his friends. Must be marvellous to have all that freedom. I can hardly go for a pee without mother wondering where I've got to. Although he loves his nights out, he does also enjoy a wee night in on the couch in front of the telly. So, sounds ideal really, doesn't it? We have a lot in common actually. He was telling me that on his days off, he likes to go to all the museums in Glasgow to, wait for this, to look at the fossils and the dinosaurs. I couldn't believe it. He was over the moon when I told him that was my interest too. And he said that if I ever make it to Glasgow, then he's going to take me to his favourite fossil spots. He's awful nice that way. A really lovely man, actually. So yeah, we've we've really hit it off, you know. And he seems to be, well, interested in me too. Seems a bit odd, but it's nice, you know, to have the interest there, you know. Oh, and he's a Cancer, so that makes him an ideal match, doesn't it, eh? The stars are aligned, as they say. I just hope they steer his ship into my harbour. So yeah, he seems very perfect, so far actually. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was too good to be true. Hope he isn't. Fingers crossed. Is that me? And I cannot help falling in love with you. I just... excuse me. Oh, yeah.
You think I'm pretty, but all the birds go far. You make me feel like I'm living on a teenage free. The way you turn me on.
Yeah, I think it's going well. Oh yeah. We just seem to be connecting really quickly. And he seems to make me feel really relaxed, which is very rare. Been baking like Bloody Mary berries on the munchies. It's like, I feel like my spine is like straightening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like my whole body is just, it's like, how can this happen? Like, your whole body just completely changes because of somebody else. I've also stopped making my YouTube videos because it's just, I'm so busy talking to him, you know. Yeah, I think it's going to go somewhere. It's going to go somewhere really good. Can't wait for him to taste my buns.
Oh, sorry. Are we ready to go? How's it going?
Yeah, it's alright. He makes me smile. He's a really great guy. I'm really surprised that you actually found a guy like him in the west of Scotland. I mean, I've had my fair share. And I've never spoken to anyone like him before. This actually says a lot, but I have bought my first pair of hunter wellies and barber jacket. You know, the wax one? Just so I look the part for when I go into the farm. I never thought I'd see the day. I just can't wait to meet him. I keep asking him, but he says we're going to meet one day next week or something. A place that's between where we both live. Yeah. You know, I thought I'd never say this, but it's nice to share your life with someone, isn't it? I've always been by myself. I've always wanted to be alone and be independent. But it's nice to share your life with someone, especially someone who cares about you and loves you for you, warts and all. I mean, that's something you can't buy, isn't it? Love. Unconditional love. I think I love him. I think I love him.
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, actually. I'm absolutely smitten, I can't lie. So a lot has changed since I last spoke to you guys. Obviously, I told you that I had my match with Frazzle Dazzle. Do you know something? It's going really well. Like, our relationship is just growing, and he's asked me to meet him. I know he's asked me to meet up with him, and I am so excited. I don't know what I'm going to wear. Oh my God, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about everything. Since we last spoke, I think I can say that I think I love him. I think I love him, and what's more, I think he loves me too. I'm just feeling like grateful, I think, just to have had this experience and to meet my Frazzle Dazzle, and well, not meet, but be matched with. And when we do meet, we'll be starting this new chapter of our lives, and I'm optimistic for the first time in a long time. I'm excited. We'll see what time brings.
Hello again. Just wanted to give you a wee update on Andrew. So, yeah, things are going pretty well. They're very good, actually. Really. We're texting all the time. I'm surprised he's got time for work the amount he texts me. Sends me a wee message every morning. Good morning, handsome. Me, handsome. Fair puts a spring in your step, that's for sure. Mother says it's like I've got a new lease of life, and she should know. I think it's right. I think I have. I even spoke to Mother about Andrew. Briefly, you know, just kind of mentioned I had a new friend. She didn't say much. But to be fair, she was watching Bargain Hunt at the time. She never misses it, so I could have picked a better moment, you know. But, he's just lovely, you know. I just don't know how to describe him, really, you know. And he said he was very proud of me for speaking to Mother. Nobody's ever said they were proud of me before. You know, he's very encouraging. You know, he even said that I should follow my dreams and become a paleontologist and go back to university. I laughed at first. But you know, I thought, well, there's no harm in looking, is there? You know, I mean, I'm only 39. I don't know what I've been worried about all this time. You know, people my age, other people my age actually, have seen it, done it, bought the tank top, you know, but I've got my whole life ahead of me, haven't I? You know? They've had their adventure, I've still got mine to live. How lucky am I? Andrew's invited me to Glasgow. I'm going to go. Definitely going to go. Don't know what Mother will say, but, well, it's more important that I see Andrew, actually, you know? Very excited about it. Going to Glasgow. Me? You know, I just feel so different since speaking to Andrew, you know? Like something's changed. You know, like I've changed, and something's about to happen, you know, something very exciting. It's like the moment where Robinson Crusoe is standing on the island and he can see the ship, he can see his rescue ship away off in the distance. And he knows that he's getting rescued. You know, something's just about to happen. And that's how I feel right now. Maybe I'm going to get rescued off my island, you know. Maybe Andrew's my saving vessel, my ship of the night, I don't know. Maybe he is. I think he is. He definitely is. You know?
So far it's been going really well on the app, and so myself and Basil, we've been communicating quite a lot, and I really can't believe how great it's been going. He talks to me all day, every day. And usually, well, I quite like my own company, and usually I would find that really irritating about people. But not with Basil. If anything, I wish he would actually talk to me even more than he does. But no, I've really been enjoying it. And well, when I was younger, well, I'm not a witch, let me say that. But when I was younger, I did that thing that they did on Practical Magic, and I made a spell to make a man, you know, your perfect, ideal man. So I have to be honest, I'm not sure if it's because of the app or if it's because of that, but either way, I put it to you to decide which. I know what I would bet on, but I think, well, something's worked, because he's just like what I created all those years ago. So I feel like a new woman. I feel, you know, just ready. But anyway, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but what I will say is that if things do go well when we meet, which we are, by the way, really soon, I can't wait. So if things go well, then I'm prepared, if you know what I mean. So thank yous for, you know, giving me this opportunity, even though it might not have been you, it could have been me and my spells. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yes. I think I am, actually. Yeah.
Am I in love? Don't know about that. I mean, I suppose I am. Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in love.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to meet John today. I'm a little bit nervous. He says he's nervous too. I mean, meeting him for the first time. We've been chatting a lot and I feel as if I already know him. I'm just frightened in case he doesn't like me in the flesh. I mean, he will. Of course he will. What's not to like about me? So we're meeting like in a park, halfway between where we both live. Kind of like in the movies. You know, Sex and the City, where they both meet on the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah, well, we're meeting at a tree or something. I'm just a little bit nervous. And excited. Just like in the movies. Can you believe this, Emily? Do you think I look okay? Hopefully he'll bring some flowers or a pint of milk. Just be you. You ready to go? Okay. You can do this. Be you. The new you. I'm ready.
I just want to look my best for our first of many meetings. I've got my favourite tracksuit on, my hair's all nice, and my makeup is very, very natural. I just think that this is the moment I've been waiting for. All these months of talking to my frazzle dazzle have led up to this, and oh God, I hope he loves me as much as I love him. I'm so excited. Frazzle dazzle, here I come.
Well, today's the big day. I'm meeting Andrew, and as you can see, I'm not in North Uist anymore. No, I'm in Glasgow. Can you believe it? Me in Glasgow. And this here's my hotel. Look, it's very fancy inside. If only Mother could see me now, eh? Oh, you know, if someone had told me a month ago that I'd be doing all this, I would never have believed them. I really wouldn't. I must have done something good in a previous life to deserve this. So, I'm meeting Andrew at 2 o'clock at a park. Not too far from here, I think. I hope. It was his idea. He's very romantic, you see. But I was getting very nervous sitting upstairs you know, I was up to Hydo with my nerves, so I thought I'll just get ready and I'll go a wee walk around the city, do a wee bit of exploring before I come up to the park. Because, you know, I don't want to come too prematurely, not in that first date. So I'll just go off exploring now, and well, let's hope I don't get lost, eh? Fingers crossed. So, I got a bit lost, but thankfully this lovely young lady helped me out. She came up and said, "Are you looking for business?" I said, "No, I'm looking for the park." So she mumbled something that I couldn't quite understand, to be honest, and pointed me in this direction. She says, "I'll come and give you a hand if you want." I said, "No, it's all right, really, thank you." She said, "I don't mind, I can take you all the way." I said, "No, you've been absolutely wonderful already, I don't need any more help, thank you very much." People in Glasgow are so friendly. But listen, that's almost 2 o'clock. I need to go and meet Andrew now. Wish me luck.
Our matches are meeting in a public park. Because of course, nothing says romance more than public displays of affection in a dilapidated park full of drug-induced non-educated delinquents, piss-stained pensioners, and a pit bull called Killer taking a shit in the background. Our awkwardly optimistic Unlovables anxiously arrive, inanely expectant of an affirmative outcome. But will their potential partner be the perfect pairing? Or will this whole thing have been a complete waste of energy, money, and time, mainly mine? I predict the latter. Let's find out.
Hi everyone. It's time to meet your matches. Hi Beryl. Hi Emily. Malcolm. Rowena. Caitlin. Do you all know why you're here today? Well, I am Fraz. I am John. I am Andrew. I am Jimmy. And I am Basil. I'm going to ask the question again. Do you all know why you're here today? For the past few months, you've all been involved in a TV show called The Unlovables. We set out to prove that even the most pathetic, unattractive and overall unfortunate people can find love. And through the 5 of you, we have proved that our system works. And we were right. You have all found love. You just don't get it.
There is no Andrew. That Andrew doesn't exist then.
So you've made a fucking mug out of us, is that what you're trying to say?
Sure, what do you think, really?
You've made a fucking mug out of us.
Is it real? Is he somewhere else? I don't understand.
Do you know something?
No, but I think, no, I think
So John, is it real?
So they're not real.
I don't fucking understand, right? Hold on a fucking minute. Have you just fucking sat and made a mug out of all of us? Because this news presenter lady, she's upset. She can't even look at you. Curly haired sir, she's greeting. She made fucking cake. And that cute wee guy, Malcolm is it? He's nearly greeting and all. And me, I'm about to punch. I wore a nice tracksuit, I'm about to punch your cunt in. Do you know that? That's not right. That's not right. That's not fucking right.
I got myself all dressed nice.
I promised myself I wouldn't go back to Ballina again, but do you know something? I think I might just have a wee go. Hold your piece of bread! Fucking onion! Fucking onion!
Upset! Only that Psycho Caitlin had to come out. She's not been out in quite some time. Last time it was because I drank a full bottle of tequila rosé and my Uncle Bobby called my Auntie Shirley a cunt at our 50th birthday party, and that just wasn't on, so she came out then. The only thing that really has upset me is the fact that I'm getting charged with assault. I don't think that it's very fair.
I acted out of impulse. Anybody in Barrel would have done the same. At the end of the day, I'm a strong independent businesswoman. The only thing that is hurt is not my ego, but my fist. And you know what? Bruises heal, and time heals everything, and all that other wanky piss. And I don't care. I've been cheated on before, and I've been cheated before, and I've been lied to before, and I have only come back stronger. I'm not bothered. Bothered at all. Must confess, I'm feeling a bit anxious. What? No, because of that fucking fanny. I hope I just don't get charged with assault again, more than anything. The last time was pretty ugly. Had to offer at least 10 free wax melts for them to let it go. So yeah, don't get bitter, just get better. Can somebody get me like an ice pack or something, please?
How am I feeling? Like, I knew it was too good to be true. I mean, how could you find a John Smith like that in the west of Scotland? That was one of the first things I said to you lot. I mean, I came up dressed here, like this, to meet nobody. I knew it was too good to be true. I mean, who would love me? Won't be using a dating app again, that's for sure. Don't worry, I'm not going to jump out in front of it. I did think about it though. Even that dog's got a partner. Can we stop filming now?
So I'm okay. That's how things go, isn't it? Quite disappointed. I mean, he seemed like the real deal. You know, I tried. I tested things, and you know, you know, sometimes just think we're gonna be fine. No bother at all. No bother at all, because I'll just go and find another man. Plenty out there. As they say, plenty of fish, you know? But yeah, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Got things in my hands now. I made cakes for him and all. Well, I've had a nice day out and I've got myself all dolled up as well, so I can't really complain. Just wasn't meant to be, was it? But that's okay, I'll just sit here plucking my flowers with the trees. I'll be fine. And I don't actually have time anyway for somebody in my life, I've decided. So I think if I was with somebody, I'd just be a bit too much high maintenance. So Maybe I'll go and see if they want to go for a wee walk. Yeah, fuck it.
Don't know what to say really. Can't say I'm not disappointed. I don't really get the point of the whole thing or what you were trying to prove, but well, I think that playing with people's emotions is not really the way to go about it. Have I learnt anything from it? Well, I certainly won't be as trusting in future, that's for sure. That'll be the end of internet dating. Given my circumstances, that'll be the end of dating altogether, I would imagine. It's all over before I've even had my first date. Well, at least I got to see Glasgow. I just wish it'd been under better circumstances, really. It's my own fault for thinking that someone might be interested in me. I've been very naive. Mother always says that I'm You know, did you know that when Robinson Crusoe finally got off that island and returned home that he missed it? He actually missed the place that he had felt trapped for so long and so long tried to escape. I never understood that. But now I understand. And I just want to go home now. I just want to go home. Just want to go home.
Do I feel guilty? Why should I? I've changed these people's lives. I've done them a service. This may sting right now, but I can assure you that in the future, this experience will have shaped our Unlovables into the people they want and deserve to be. It's not cruelty, it's character building. This has been an absolute success. I made the impossible possible, made the Unlovables lovable, and above all, I made some good TV. I've given them the power to change, and they'll only thrive after this experience. And if that makes me the bad guy, then so be it. They'll grow from this. I can guarantee it. What? How sure am I? Well, 103%.
A whole year? Oh my god. That's so crazy. Honestly, it's been such a huge year. I moved. I'm in Aberdeen now, as you know. I moved because the whole reason I came to Scotland was to meet my family, who was in Aberdeen. So I came here and I met them, and they are lovely. They are really good people. And I feel like I belong here. It would have been really great to have shared this experience with my dad. And that's the only thing that's difficult right now. But he's part of me, and he's part of my family as well. So I've actually moved in with a girl called Sylvie. We met on the train to Aberdeen. How bizarre is that? She was struggling with a suitcase, and she had these smashing dungarees on, and we got to chatting, and she was looking for a flatmate. So I was like, well, so am I. With a flatmate with a flat, you know. Which she was. And she's a yogi. Like a yoga instructor. Yeah. She's not Yogi Burr. No. She's let me open up emotionally. I just really I'm happy with her in my life. Yeah. Oh, we're not going out. No. Oh, did it sound like I was saying no? We're not dating. No, but no, she's just a really close friend. But if you let yourself listen to other people and just open yourself up, love will come to you.
Are you here for Female Bosses UK? No. The Unlovables? That's embarrassing. Not for me, for you, that you guys think I'm still bothered. Do you see where I'm at now? Do you really need me to tell you? This is Caitlin's Crafts with a K, headquarters in Lanarkshire, no less. After the whole shenanigans, I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna just put my all into my business, because love isn't real and it crushes your heart. But you know, if it hadn't crushed my heart, would I really be where I am today? I suppose it's kind of shaped me for the better, I suppose. Is this 310 degrees, Tiffany? Caramel macchiato with extra macchiato? Fucking better be. Did you just look at me in my eyes? Did you? Did you look at me in my eyes? You're fired, Tiffany. I don't care if you've got kids. You see, being a female boss has its perks. I get all these men lavishing me with the attention that I once, you know, was so desperate for. Frazzle Dazzle is so beneath me, or whatever his name was. I've made my first million, you see, with Caitlin's Crafts. Suppose it has shaped me for the better, and it is a motto of both mine and my company's to not get bitter, just get better.
Well, you know, when I watch the show back, I just look at that girl and I just think, my God, you know, I just feel so sorry for her. I just look at her and I just think, what a loser, you know. And the thing is, although I was, you know, tough and strong on the outside, you know, she was lost. I say she because, you know, that it's just so distant from me now, you know. I've discovered there's more to life than hiding vegetables around your flat, you know. It's not right. And, well, quite frankly, I couldn't be happier that Basil wasn't real. I mean, for a start, I've gone right off the stuff. I'm all about parsley now. And, I mean, the man, if he was real, he would have just tied me down, you know? And if there's one thing I've learned since the experience is that, you know, I can't be tied down. I'm independent. I'm too independent. And the things I like that independence. I like that freedom. But yeah, what journey this has been, man. I mean, once we wrapped the show, I had a breakdown. You know, it was really hard for a long time. I became addicted to nicotine. But yeah, one day when I was trying to forage with a severe Nicky buzz, man, I found a trombone. And even though I've never picked up an instrument in my life, I picked it up and my God, it was just, I took to it like a duck takes to water, man. Like, I was tooting and putting everywhere. And yeah, me and the trombone, we've done it all since then, you know. We played for Maroon 5, Friends, Third Cousin, and yeah, we've just gone from strength to strength, man. So thanks to the show, I've gone from forager to hardcore tromboner, and for that, I mean, I guess I can't thank you guys enough.
Hello again. Well, I'm in the library, so I have to be a wee bit quiet, but you know. So, it's been a year since the game show or experiment or whatever it was that you were doing. So, and what a year it's been, eh? What a year it's been. Everything's changed for me. Since filming that documentary, well, my whole life has changed actually, you know. I think having been in Glasgow, it made me realise what I'd been missing out on. So when I got back to North Uist, I decided to make some changes there and then, you know. First thing I did was speak to Mother, very frankly. I told her exactly how I felt and what I wanted. And actually, she was much more understanding than I could ever have imagined, really, you know. What she said to me was, Malcolm, you're a grown man and you're more than capable of making your own choices. Just make sure your choices make you happy, and then I can be happy. Mother has never said anything like that to me before, you know? And it was in that moment that I realised that actually Mother only treated me like a wee boy because I behaved like a wee boy, you know? As long as I played the needy son, she played the overbearing mother. Simple as that. I was the one at fault. I had to change, not her. I had to cut the apron strings. I had to grow up and get my own life. And, well, that's what I did. So first thing I did was I gave up my job. I was fed up stinking of fish. And, well, I decided to take Andrew's advice and go to university. And here I am in Glasgow studying environmental geoscience. I can believe it. It's marvellous, really. I've made lots of new friends. I have my own wee flat. It's nothing fancy, just a wee studio, you know, but it's mine. It's mine. As for dating, well, been kind of seeing someone very, very casually, you know, no strings attached. That's just the way I want it right now, you know. I've just cut one set of strings. I certainly don't want to be tethered to anymore, that's for sure. Not now anyway, not now. I'm far too busy enjoying myself and making up for lost time, really, you know. So that's what it's all about, you know, having fun, enjoying it. Starting my life, starting over, right? If this whole experience has taught me anything at all, it has taught me that actually I am lovable. We all are. But we have to recognise what's lovable about ourselves before anyone else can see it. That's it. Love yourself. It's a very attractive feature. As Mother always says, in fact, you know what? It doesn't matter what Mother always says. Mother's no here. So if that's me done, I have a cold pint and a hot date waiting for me, so cheerio the now.
Do you want a cup of coffee or no? Well, just you tell me when you're going to start. No rush. Now? Okay. Check the microphone. Oh. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm here with the crew. Yeah. It's been some year. You know, I was initially very upset and angry when the documentary was aired. I felt humiliated. How could I be unlovable? You know, but messaging John really made me see that I was able to be loved. The person that I was before, that she was unlovable. She wasn't a nice person. She wasn't capable of love because she didn't love herself. What is it that guy says? RuPaul's Drag Race. If you don't love yourself, then how the hell are you going to love somebody else? That's it. Yeah.
And you know that day where I sat on the bench and I cried for hours, you know, cried and cried and cried. And then this guy jogs past, sees I'm upset and stops and asks me if I'm okay. We talk for hours. And the next thing I'm laughing. And we've been together every day since. So I'm thankful for you guys. If it wasn't for that documentary, I don't think I would have met the love of my life. In that park, snorting, greeting. Makeup all down my face. Red lipstick smeared everywhere. He saw me for me. He's just in there making dinner. He makes me smile, he makes me happy. So the future looks bright. And I'm excited for new beginnings. As my husband always says, you never get to where you go if you only travel on sunny days. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Each of our Unlovables have experienced a positive impact in the year following the dating experiment. Our Unlovables have indeed become lovable. This process has proven that each and every one of us is lovable in our own way. And let's face it, if this lot can find love, there's hope for us all. Goodbye.